So today is the day. I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. I cannot have anything to eat or drink, so my mouth is very dry. I apologize, but my mouth is incredibly dry. I um I was supposed to be there at 6:30 this morning, and my surgery was supposed to start now. But they called me yesterday and they had to push me back. So now I have to be there at 10:30, and my surgery starts at noon. And they said by the time I get out of surgery and recover, it'll probably be close to 7 o'clock or so tonight. So um, I'll be spending one night in the hospital, provided that everything goes well. I'll just have to stay tonight, and then I get to be released tomorrow. Um, I am in the car, Tina. Ooh, not because I can't go live in my own house, bitch. I'm on my way to my sister's, actually. I'm meeting my family over there. We're all supposed to be meeting up at 9 o'clock this morning. It'll be my sister, my brother-in-law, my father. My mother is in town. My kids, everybody is going to be there at 9 to meet up at my sister's house, and we're all going to the hospital together. I'm not allowed to have anybody in there with me because of COVID, but they're all going to be in the parking lot. They're going to be tailgating in the parking lot. So today is a big day, and I'm hoping that after this happens, thank you, Big Logic. I'm hoping that after this surgery, that my heart is fixed. So they said it could take up to 3, but we're hoping that it happens with 1. So yeah, today's a big day. You know, people's talking shit, and I don't even care, man. Like I said, you're a fish in the water if I don't respond. So I'm choosing not to respond. Today is good vibes, good positive vibes. I'm gonna be with my family until they take me back. Um, you know, and then when I get out of the hospital, it's a little family custody battle of who gets me for the weekend. I'm hoping, though, that I only have to stay one night. I don't want to do 2 nights in the hospital. I hate staying in the hospital. I absolutely hate it. I'm just looking forward to being better after my recovery. They said that total recovery time with this type of surgery that I'm having today is about 45 days. So 45 days is my total recovery time. So I'll have myself a lot of R&R. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm meeting up with my family. I have my bag packed. My bag is right here, full of stuff that I might need, or stuff to keep my mind occupied once I wake up. I don't handle anesthesia very well. I do really bad with anesthesia. A lot of times with anesthesia, I wake up and I cry because I'm really confused and I don't know where I am and I don't know what's going on. And after surgery, you know, the shit is painful, and I can't take pain meds. So I can have ibuprofen, I can have Tylenol, I can have Toradol, but I'm allergic to fentanyl, I'm allergic to morphine, I'm allergic to hydrocodone. I can't have none of that shit. So I have to deal with the pain on my own. So I have a lot of stuff to kind of like keep my mind occupied. Um, I want to get up and move around and walk around. I don't want to be laying in the bed the whole time, kind of stuff. So, yep. And I'm not even going to sit here in front like I'm terrified. I'm really scared. But I trust my doctors. I trust their decisions. I trust their choices. So I'm just going to be a good sport and go through with this. So yeah, I'll have 45 days of R&R. And if I feel up to it, I might travel. Well, I know I'm leaving for Florida next month, so I'll be 2 days shy post-op when I leave for Florida. So I know I'm at least getting that in while I'm off. Yep, I'm going to surgery today. Today's the day. My daddy is so country. my, I don't think he'd even be able to stand to stay in the parking lot that long, but he's hell bent that he's going to be there. And he told my sister that they can take a barbecue grill and a cooler of beer. I'm like, you are not going to tailgate in the parking lot of a hospital. You better knock that up. I'm having my heart surgery today. They are going to do some cryotherapy where they're going to freeze out a section of my heart, and then they're going to place 2 stents, and they're going to rewire my heart electrical system. So they said it could take about 6 hours. On the bad side, it could, if it takes that long, it could take up to 6 hours. They're hoping that it doesn't take 6 hours, but they said it could potentially take up to 6 hours, depending on how big of a mess everything is when they get in there. No pain meds, bees. No pain meds. I cannot. I'm highly allergic. Like, I have an anaphylactic response to narcotic pain meds. Yep, I go into anaphylactic shock when I take narcotic pain meds. So I gotta just tough it out on my own with some good old ibuprofen or some Tylenol, and hope for the best. Oh, and I had my surgery back in 2017. I thought I was dying. I literally thought I was dying. I was in so much pain. It was horrific. It was horrific pain. Thanks, Big J. Oh, Florida is going to be amazing, Bees, because I love, like, the spot that I'm going to in Florida is the same spot that I go to. So I'm already familiar with the area and the house that I'll be staying in. And it's a beautiful home. There's a pool, there's a hot tub, it's right on the water, there's a boat. So, we can go out into the Gulf. We usually take the boat out to Johnson Shoals. It's awesome. I have a diagnosis for my heart. I have supraventricular tachycardia with atrial fibrillation and chronic heart failure. So, the first time anything happened with my heart was back in 2016, and I was actually in Iowa. I was with Tiffany, as a matter of fact. Tiffany and I had gone to Iowa, and out of nowhere, like we were getting ready to we had Eris there with us. Tiffany, we had Tiffany's daughter with us in Iowa, and we were staying at this hotel, and we were getting ready to go down to take her daughter down to the pool to let her go swimming and have some fun. And out of nowhere, like, my feet and my ankles, they swelled up so big I could barely get my shoes on. Like, just my feet and my ankles, they were just so swollen, and they were like bright red, and they were hurting so bad. And I remember, like, I was literally like dragging my feet to walk, and we couldn't figure out why out of nowhere my feet and my ankles just swelled up like that. So we went to a pharmacy, and we bought like some over-the-counter water pills to try to take some of the swelling off, and like the swelling just would not go down. So that night when we had gone to sleep, I was in my bed and Tiffany was in her bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I got up to go to the bathroom, and I don't know, like, I thought I was about to pass out. Like, my heart was beating so fast, it like felt like it was coming out of my chest. And I was dizzy, and I about fainted. I almost passed out. I woke Tiffany up, and Tiffany called 911. And the paramedics in Iowa came, and they were going to take me to a hospital in Iowa. And anyways, long story short, it was 2016 when I started with the problem. And at the time, they didn't realize that it was my heart. Like, they knew something was going on with my heart because of the way that my heart rate was, but they weren't looking at my heart at that time. They were looking at other things. Well, as the problem got worse, over the time, it just got worse and worse and worse, to where I went to go see a cardiologist. I had gone into the emergency. My daddy actually called the ambulance and had me an ultrasound of my heart, and that's when they realized that, like, and that's who I'll be with today is my specialist. His name is Dr. Tumala, and Dr. Tumala and Dr. Lake Reddy are my surgeons today. Felt that, like, okay, she's got a more serious problem going on than what they had thought. So my first diagnosis was supraventricular tachycardia, and I was placed on multiple medications for the SVT. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? I was placed on medications for the SVT, and I was not responding to the medications at all. For some reason, my body was rejecting all medications that they were putting me on, and nothing was working. So they tried the external pacemaker when I went into AFib. I had gone into AFib, and at that time they were like, okay, well, she's not responding to medications. They wanted to try the external pacemaker before they did the internal pacemaker. And then I did not respond. My heart did not respond to the external pacemaker. So the day that I found out that my heart was not responding to the pacemaker was pretty crappy, because if my heart would have if my heart would have responded well to the external, then they were going to schedule my appointment to put in the internal pacemaker. But because the external failed, they knew the internal would fail. So, I've been on metoprolol, I've been on cardizem, I've been on I'm on Eliquis, which is, I had to stop taking my Eliquis for now because it's a blood thinner, but I take the Eliquis for my AFib. But, I've been on Corlinor. Corlinor is the most recent medication that I've been on, and that's for chronic heart failure. So I just have not been responding. And my doctor has been talking to me about doing this procedure, and then COVID-19 came about, so it kind of put everything off. And now today is the day that I'm going to go and I'm going to have my first procedure on my heart. They said that I might have to stay, depending on how well I do, I might have to stay in the ICU overnight just to monitor my cardiac status. But if I'm doing well after surgery, then they'll just put me on a cardiac floor. So, like I said, I'm on my way now. I'm almost to my sister's house. I'm meeting up with my family. They cannot come in the hospital because of COVID-19, so they're all going to just wait out in the parking lot, and see what happens. And my mother's in town. I'm not really ecstatic about my mother being in town. My sister was like, I don't understand why you just didn't, not tell her. But, she is my mother, and she wanted to be here, so, whatever. Of course I believe in God. I believe very heavily in God. Yes, I do. I believe in God, and I know that no matter what happens today, good or bad, whatever happens today, I'm prepared for it. I have all my affairs in order. I've always had my affairs in order. In previous days, back when I was younger and I was going through health things, I had if anything were to happen to me, my children would go and be with my sister. So a lot of and this is what's funny to me, is like some of the old court shit that people have pulled up on me on YouTube. If you actually go and if you actually read that shit, literally this was from 2001. I was 21 years old. And I went to court with my sister, and I put in place, because at the time I didn't have my sons, I only had my daughters. But I had put into place in the court system with my sister that if anything were to happen to me, my sister was to get guardianship of my daughters. So literally, people on YouTube went and pulled that shit up, but they didn't understand what they were reading, so they had it all wrong. They had it all wrong. I'm like, you don't even understand what you're reading. Like, I have everything in place for my children. And now, 3 of my children are grown, but I have a 16-year-old. And if anything were to happen today, my 16-year-old will be with my sister. So, I have 3 life insurance policies. I have one that is to pay any debt that I have upon my death. I have one that is to cover any and all funeral expenses. And then I have one that is for a substantial amount of money that is to be divided between my children. I'm a very prepared person. I'm a very responsible person. And even though I may get on YouTube and act a whole fucking fool, in my real life, I really have my shit together. I really do. I have all my shit together. I have a living will. In the event of my death, if my death should occur anytime soon, I have two friends. Their names are Gerald and their names are Willie. And Gerald and Willie are to have my horses. I've willed my horses to Gerald and Willie. So like I'm a very prepared person. I go in with the best, but I expect the worst because you never know what's going to happen. So, if you're an adult and especially if you have children, you should always have a plan. You should always have a place. You should always have everything lined up in the event that something were to happen, because it may not even be the heart surgery today that takes me out. It could be a car accident on the way to the heart. You never know. You never know. So you should always be prepared as a responsible adult. You should always have your shit together. You should always have your affairs in order. And I'm the type of person that I always have my affairs in order. Oh, the garage door is open. That means everybody is already up and waiting on me, and I'm early. I'm pulling into my sister's driveway, so I won't be live long because, like I said, I'm here now with my family, and but no, I absolutely believe in God. I was raised a Southern Baptist my whole life. I was raised by my grandmother. I was back and forth between my grandmother and my father's house as a child growing up. And my grandmother was very big in the church. My grandmother was a very religious woman. So, I was raised in religion my whole life. I'm not going to turn my camera on so I'm going into my sisters, but I'm sure you'll probably hear their voices. Oh, I hear the kids up. My nieces and nephews are going to be excited to see me too. Good morning. Good morning. I'm early. You are? Who are you? I let myself in through the garage. She left it open.
You up and ready?
You better drop I'm not ready, but I'm up.
Oh, now you change into this.
Change into what? What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
No, because I like that better.
Only because you bought it. Oh, fun socks.
Yes.
Do they have the little slipper thingies on it so I won't slip and fall?
I wish they did.
What is this? What size are those?
They're just extra large.
That's too big for me.
They've got their drawstrings. I figured having surgery, you'd want something a little baggy.
Well, yeah, I'm going to want something baggy, but not like 2 sizes too big for me, Mother. It's all right. It'll work. Thank you. I appreciate it because I have to.
It's a tightening drawstring.
Yeah, that's really big, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll change into that. I'll wear it for you. I'll wear it for you. I promise.
You can almost see through it. That's why I thought you'd like it.
Yeah. All right. So. Oh, wait a minute. What'd you say? I didn't even hear what you said. What'd you say? You're not funny. You're not funny.
See? Look at that. Hold up to the light and you can see through them.
Yeah, I don't want people to see my butt.
No, but like I said, I kind of thought they'd be a little big, but the drawstring draws them tight.
Okay, that's fine. I'll wear those. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll wear that.
Is it going to be an open heart or how are they going to do it? Through your groin?
Yeah.
What, through the groin?
Yeah.
That's why I got them baggy, because look down here. Yeah. They won't be tight in any way.
Yeah, they won't be tight at all.
So what exactly are they doing?
They're doing cryotherapy where they're going to freeze out a section of my heart, and then they're going to put in some stents, and they're going to rewire my electrical system of my heart.
I love that color though.
So, okay, it could take up to 6 hours, and you guys will be in the parking lot. But what I did, and no offense to you, but when I talked to the hospital, they wanted a phone number for someone to call.
Yeah, Christine.
And I gave them Christina's number.
Yeah. So
that they could call Christina.
If her phone's working.
Why is your phone not working? Make sure your phone is charged, please. So you'll be out in the parking lot with Dad and everybody else and my kids. So they'll be able to call you to tell you, you
Well,
know,
she has to leave to be back here.
to get the kids off the school bus. I know.
No.
No, Connor, you're gonna get Brooklyn on the bus, okay?
Well, I probably won't wake up. They said that I won't wake up probably until around 7 or so tonight. Because my surgery on the downside, it could take up to 6 hours. Dr. Timo said he hopes it does not take that long.
John was in 7.5.
I know. Well, John was 7.5.
But he was 5 times bigger than you.
5 times. He was like 20 times bigger than me.
I had to have Connor. Connor has to be at Jimmy King and Park at 6.
Well, I probably won't even be awake by 6.
Right.
And then they said that you're not gonna be able to stay with me, Ma, because they're
Oh, I know.
because the Dr.
But
Timo
one
said
person can. They said one person can come.
you
in
can
and
come
out.
in and out, but you can't stay.
Right.
Only one person.
At a time. They said, I called them yesterday, they said it could be different people, but only one person at a time can come in and out. That's
Okay.
what they told me yesterday.
Well, and then also they said that it. Hi, come here, Kylan. Come here, Poopy. They said that they might keep me in the. It's a good chance they'll keep me in the ICU, only because of my cardiac status. But hi, Poopy. I love you. But if I do well and if everything goes okay, then they'll just put me on a cardiac floor. And if they put me just on a cardiac floor, Ma, you might be able to talk them into letting you stay. And I can't look at that can of Pepsi right now because I'm dying of thirst. And I've been up.
There's nothing like getting ready for heart surgery by having a cigarette.
Right. Before you go out, you don't need that yet. Come here and look before now. You got to put all this stuff in your car.
Is that for her baby shower?
These are the game prize goodies.
Why would you buy game prize goodies for people to give to her?
That's what you do.
You always do. And then I buy something for the people that win.
Okay. So these are for the games for the baby shower?
And I got the bags and everything already in there.
Well,
just
this will
the
give
plain-
me something to work on
The
while I'm
plain
off work.
bags, the plain pink bags
Yeah.
are what you give to the people that win, and the baby bags are what for Maddie. But anyway,
Okay.
so we've got that. I've got this. Look at these. They've got baby air fresheners that smell like baby powder. We got.
They got air fresheners that smell like baby powder
No,
that
but I
aren't like
mean,
that.
It's supposed to be. Now this one is for a person that wins the game. That's
Those
not the
are cute.
babies.
I hopefully I win that game.
But
It's really cute.
at any rate, that and that.
I'm not playing any of the games.
Because I've still got a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, what did you get for Ava?
Oh, I got 4 bags at home.
Of clothes and stuff for the baby?
I already brought her up. I just brought her 15 sleepers and 11 receiving blankets yesterday.
Did you? Hey, Kylan, where's McKinley? Where's your sister?
I don't know that she's gonna need too much.
This one
No,
is
she has
for
a lot of stuff.
This is a big person game.
A big person.
These are for the pet dog.
What, baby? I see. Oh, you got a drone? Yeah, I don't want her doing that though.
Well,
I don't.
there's the bags.
Okay.
I'm not done.
I can't do all this right now.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. McKinley, where's my sweet baby niecey? Hi, gorgeous girl. Hi, gorgeous girl.
These are for people that win a game.
Ma, I get it, but can I look at all of this like at a later time? Because I'm just not really in the spirit of all of this. This is like a lot. I have to go out to my car. I have to So is this for me to go into now, or is this for me to wear after?
No, to wear in.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can wear it home too. But well, here, let me just
Oh,
put
look,
this.
that's what you get.
This one is just the baby magic and the soap. Okay, here, put it in your car while you're.
Ma, I'm not taking that to the car right now. I know you're like overwhelming me this morning. I know I haven't seen you in a long time, but you're overwhelming me. Jesus Christ. All right, what time is it? It is 8:21. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. And listen to my mother continue to ramble on. She's going to drive me insane this morning already. I feel it coming. I'm starting to stress out thinking of this being in the same room with this woman, but is what. Man, Jackie, you just don't know how bad this woman can stress me the hell out. All right, you all have a great day, and depending on how I feel later, we'll see what happens. But I'll try to keep everybody posted. So thank you for all the well wishes. The rest of my family will be here within the next half an hour or so. I have to be at Overland Park Regional Hospital by 10:30. So wish me luck.